Good afternoon. Today I am going to be talking about Marzano Level 3, 4-point leading indicator 4.1. Clear and measurable goals are established and focused on critical needs regarding improving achievement of individual students within the school. Now, everything we do is data driven. And we collect data through the beginning of the year test, the BOY. Then we use M-Class and iReady in K through 3. And after all that, we have a data meeting, and we determine what tiers 1 and 2 small groups are determined by the BOY, beginning of the year test. And then those that are our tier 3 are determined by a one-on-one test given by our local reading specialist using letters, phonics, screener. And that way we get students of similar who need the kind of reinforcement in groups together, and that helps to get the achievement level up. One thing that we started doing is, we've been doing this for a while, I guess, but we take our every midterm as far as like every 4.5 weeks, our students retest, and if they move up, one thing that we found that works pretty well is we have the student come in, and we have red is our bottom group, yellow, and then blue, or green, then blue. And obviously we want everybody to be green, which is benchmark, and then if we can get them to the blue, which is above benchmark, that's even better. But when a student moves up, we have those students have their name, and then they can take their name and move it from, say, red to yellow, or red to green, or from yellow to whatever. If they move up, we're going to have them do it, because that's a big deal. We make a big deal out of it. That's what we want to see in their reading. It's pretty effective. We also have tutoring that we do first thing in the morning for our kids on PST. If you're on PST, you also get a SRIP, a Student Reading Improvement Plan. And those are some of the ways that we are focused on raising academic progress and academic achievement. Our tier 3 math groups are formed by an individual test using Do the Math, which is given by the math coach. Might not have said this part. Tier 3 is, I think I might have already said that, never mind. So grades 4 through 6 are implementing proficiency scales. To be honest with you, I wasn't on board to start with, and the more I got thinking about it, I kind of looked at it. A lot of that is like from my military background. A lot of the training that we did was kind of like that, a proficiency scale. You're either, you need some work on it, or you've got this mastered, and there's no sense in you keep doing something that you're already good at. So, you don't have to answer 100 questions, just a few, and then you're ready to move on up. So anyway, with our proficiency scales, our teachers are developing instructional practices to meet standards covered each quarter. So it's new to them. We really haven't been doing this for very long. We've had surprisingly little pushback from parents who, they see their child has the equivalent of a C, but they have until the end of the year to get it to an A. And that final grade is really the only one that matters. So I think they're on board. Just the entire premise of proficiency scales is good to me now. Like I said, to start with, I didn't really understand it, but as I grew to understand it, I was much more on board with it. Also, we have each student has a checklist, and each teacher has a checklist, and they use that checklist to check off skills as they are mastered, which again gives a good sense of accomplishment for the student and the teacher. And our K-3 kids are also, teachers I should say, are also beginning to implement proficiency scales. So by next year, everybody will be full-blown all the way in, and I'm looking forward to seeing how much we grow academically. Thanks.